tea kettle that we picked up in Mackenzie Child Show our last show, and I was talking about tea time and little treats and making small moments really special. Well, that's what my grandma's been doing for quite some time. They're based out of New England and use those whole ingredients that you can pronounce and understand, like sour cream and Madagascar bourbon vanilla and farm fresh eggs, to create baked goods that taste like grandma's, because they are. This is an 8-count of mini cakes in your choice of cinnamon walnut or cinnamon that ship to you on your choice of date, either November 4th or December 9th, or smart shoppers, both. Bill to, ship to, send them to ones you love. Free shipping and handling and an easy pay of $13.33. It's M98183. And Marie-Louise Ludwig, who I don't think I've presented with in like 5 years.
It's been a long time, but look at we both sparkle.
Look at sparkling.
Oh,
good to see you,
you.
honey.
Happy wedding.
Oh, thank you
and
so
loving
much.
Your journey
Oh,
in Italy.
thank you.
Good evening,
it's been
everybody.
amazing. But, you know, I was talking with Rebecca in our last show how my husband, who I love to say, my husband, but anyway, he's British. Tea time is a must, right, in the household. And it's like taught me a lot about like taking little treats and savoring them and having conversation and turning like a delicious something into a true moment that you savor. And this is getting back to the baked goods that we grew up with and how delicious they are.
Yes, well, you know what? Baked fresh in Boston. So the cakes that you ordered today will not even be baked until it's time to ship. You get them home, you have a full year in the freezer if you want, you know, but we always say, get them home, freeze them, share them, eat them, whatever you want to do. But this is the first time we've had these mini cakes on in a while. It's kind of a special order. We do it several times a year. And here we go with two of our most popular cakes. Everything that you love about our 28-ounce cake and our 3-pounders now in these little mini cakes, which I say kind of do double duty. And the reason why I say that is because, okay, you're seeing the top right there. So like our bigger cakes, it's going to be loaded with tons of cinnamon sugar and those delicious, fresh, crunchy California Mariani walnuts. But, and you just broke it open, if you flip it over, I always say one of my favorite movies is all about the Greek wedding. And what does she call it? She calls it a boot cake. And that is actually fun because if you're thinking about using these for individual place settings, like for the holidays, you can use that center for ice cream or whipped cream or a custard, and then fill the top with berries. So versatile, so many things to do. But inside this box here, and you get 2 of the boxes. So if you open that up, it's all ready to go with a to from tag, but you open it up, in each box is going to be 4 individually wrapped cakes. So if you're somebody in the office and maybe you like to bring a cake in every now and then, or you just want to leave a little something on everybody's desk, you're good to go.
That's actually really smart, as opposed to bringing the whole cake that kind of gets destroyed and looks a little sad halfway through the day. Okay, here's what I didn't know. That over half of our quantity has already been spoken for from earlier in the day, right?
Yes, because we don't have these on very often.
No, we don't. And with over 3,500 orders, maybe you're picking up, like I said, 1 ship date in November, 1 ship date in December, so that you can keep those coming. It's a breakfast on the go that doesn't taste or feel like breakfast on the go, because you know what that usually tastes like. It's delicious. It makes your mouth water. This plus a cup of coffee is divine. I think getting both the cinnamon walnut and the cinnamon make really good sense, because some people favor the nuts, some people prefer not to have them. And look at all these delicious ways you've shown. I love that we're making French toast out of this.
Yeah,
holy cow.
You know, it's great. These are delicious as Jen was saying, with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. They're always so moist and so fresh and delicious because and no trans fats in our cake. That means no butter. And that's always a surprise to so many people. What do you mean there's no butter in your cake? Well, if we're gonna start with a 150-year-old plus real grandmother's recipe from Eastern Europe, which by the way has not changed in all the generations that our founder Bob Cates has been doing this, we use pure sour cream. A dense, rich, cultured sour cream, so that cream that rises to the top. That's why the cake is so moist. And you also mentioned that Madagascar bourbon vanilla. It's very expensive right now, much like chocolate is getting expensive. This is getting expensive, but there won't be anything imitation in our cakes, ever.
I did not expect that to melt the way that it did. And it absolutely dissolved. You get, and here's something else that is surprising to me and very welcome. It's not cloyingly sweet. Like it has that sugary kiss to it.
Right.
But it doesn't immediately like sock me in the face. Now, if you want to cover it in maple syrup, that's one.
Well,
You're more than welcome.
It's really fun. So you've got 8 desserts if you're thinking about the holidays there, or pop these into your freezer. Maybe it's just the 2 of you, or maybe the grandkids come over every once in a while and you don't want to get that whole cake out. Now these are at the ready. But just like our large cakes, Jen, these are the beginning for all kinds of fun things that you could do with our cake. Who knew that you could do French toast with these? Imagine slicing these up either into slices, or sometimes I like to slice them down through the middle.
Yep.
Just making a simple batter with egg and just a little bit of heavy cream or milk and some cinnamon, dipping it in and then putting it on a griddle and then finishing it off with just a little bit of maple syrup. Maybe
I mean,
a
these break down to
vanilla bean maple
$5
syrup.
each.
Look at that. Isn't that
Mary Louise, if
beautiful?
I went through the drive-through at Mick whatever, right, to get a breakfast sandwich that's kind of funky looking. Anyway, it's going to cost me more than $5.
Sure.
I'm waiting in line for half an hour. I don't know half of the ingredients that are in there or how long they stay in my system, if you know what I mean. And here are wholesome ingredients, $5 each if you only ever had these for breakfast each morning. It's an affordable, delicious way, kind of that soul food type breakfast that feels good, that tastes good. You throw it into like your spouse's, lunchbox, or like, here, eat this on the way there. You'll thank me later, right?
Yeah.
And of course, for holiday entertaining. Now, I know it's been really popular and we don't have many to go around, but with 1,000 additional orders in this show and 4,500 total, this is the moment to get it. Marie Louise, so good to see you.
See you.
Choose the cinnamon walnut or
everybody.
the cinnamon. And act fast. I wish you could taste this.